So, from this front headlock scissor choke, we're going to set up the darce. So one more time on the scissors. We're here in the front headlock position. I'm locking gable grip, palm to palm, with my thumb underneath, just like so. Not with the thumb out, because it could pull the thumb, right? Right there. So when I come here, bang, bang, I'm using the blade of my forearm to cut into that tricep like so. And I'm off my knees, putting all my weight into them, shoulder to shoulder. I enter with the T-Rex arms, bang, I transition here, I squeeze here. Now I drop my outside knee, boom, I shoot my shoulder under, lasso that grip around, forearm to forearm, with the bottom forearm underneath his chin, coming straight down. You can bring both knees down and get that choke, okay? If he falls over, that's anticipated, okay? From here, I'm gonna keep my grip and shoot it through. The key detail is getting the pit of my elbow as deep as I can to the outside. Notice my left shoulder, how I buried it underneath. It's almost like I'm falling backwards. You see I'm kind of falling backwards, right? It's that kind of exaggeration. Now, I come down with my arm. I can use my elbow here if I need to tuck his arm, his head in, okay? And I grab as deep as I can on the tricep. The deeper I grab here, the better this choke's gonna work. Sometimes if you have a bigger guy, you might not get all the way back to you, make it right here. That's okay. If you need help making it deeper, just keep wiggling that shoulder in, keep tucking that in, and keep working it. But once you get back here like this, it's a done deal. Now the key detail to finishing this choke is not my arm strength here, but this hand coming up to the top of the shoulder. And you see that blade here? Turning up into the neck. Once I'm here, you get off my toes and just squeeze and put all the pressure there. Now this is the deal. In the old days, they used to think that you need to block both sides of the neck to choke a man unconscious. In reality, you only need to block one side. If you understand that, you can focus all your efforts on choking that one side with your blade, okay? The thing is this, you can't do like a general squeeze. Like you're not trying to squeeze around the whole neck. You're focusing on the blade on that one area of the neck. Now, the key detail I said was how high you can bring that hand. Because if you look at my forearm here, if everyone can see it, okay? Right here, if it's pressed against your neck, okay? I imagine, you know, the arteries we're blocking, they're not big, okay? They're not like, it's not like they're like this thick, okay?
Right artery, 3 millimeters.
3 millimeters, okay? So these are tiny little arteries. So it's already pressed against it here, okay? Now imagine, just look at my forearm. As this hand comes up, look at my forearm. It's coming up, 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 it's coming up. The higher this hand comes, the more this travels upwards, blocking out the arteries. So it's a big deal and there's no power involved. So we're down here again. I come down, whoop, I put the pressure, he flops over to defend. Because if he doesn't flop over, I just want to show it once for the camera. If he doesn't flop over, okay, I could choke him from right there and tap him out. So in response, he flops over. As he flops over, I keep my grip and look at my left shoulder. See where it's at? Because a common mistake is that people do this from here. Ready? Common mistake, they go there and they go and try to catch right here. Okay, this is not going to tap him out. At least not a good guy. Okay? So once he flops, you see my left shoulder? Bang. That's the adjustment to make. Getting that pit of my elbow as deep as I can and shooting underneath. Now once I have this adjustment, now I can drop to here. Okay, and now the next mistake people make, number 2, is from right here, I start squeezing. Don't squeeze yet. First, this hand. This hand was to get to the top of that shoulder. Jason can tell you it already feels like tapping just from this maneuver, and I'm not squeezing yet. Now from here, you just squeeze from right there, bang. And when I'm squeezing, I'm not squeezing everything. I'm just focusing on that blade going up the neck as I come up my knees and put my weight down into it. So my weight's coming down, forearm's coming up, creating like kind of like the car accident effect.
Yes, sir.
Everyone got it?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Last detail is to breathe while you squeeze this choke, as you're squeezing. Don't hold your breath and squeeze and then run out of oxygen. For those of you guys who still have a tough time reaching around, okay, Jason is going to show a variation that's going to work really good for you, okay? So let's go ahead and do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's a little bit loose. Was he able to turn like that? Yeah. You shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, like when you're doing it.